Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It's Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Today's episode is powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the HD 60S Plus capture card, the key lights, the green screen, and of course the new multi-mount that's holding my camera up right now. For any of you aspiring content creators, I literally use this stuff every single day. Highly recommend it. If you're interested, check down below in the description where you can find out more from my Elgato profile page. Guys, at the start of this episode, do what you always do, hit that thumbs up button. If we can get 3,000 likes on this episode, you'll make me a very happy Lasty. And of course, sub to the channel, click the notification bell so you never miss an upload, all of that good stuff, and we'll get cracking in this episode. So, firstly, you'll see that my coin balance has gone up because at the end of my weekend league, I listed Modric and Pjanic and also Bale for higher prices than I paid for them overnight, and they actually both sold. Modric and Bale both sold. Pjanic had already sold, I'm pretty sure. So we've got rid of them because actually, as you can tell by our main squad, we weren't using them for the last few games of the weekend league. So we don't actually desperately need them right now. So I'm going to take the coins and who knows what we can possibly do with that. I then had a little look at what came out for like last night's SBCs. We didn't really get anything. We got a League SBC, which I guess you'll see a little bit later on. We got the French League and League SBC. The players aren't that amazing in my opinion, and it's not something that I'm looking to do. So I had a little look through my club basically to see what I had that was untradeable, first owner, that could actually go into a squad. And I was quite surprised that this is actually not a half bad team, considering like we've got a decent couple of centre-backs, good goalkeeper, knowing that we've got Griezmann and Pep Guardiola, as well as a red Lewandowski and a storyline Tolisso. Like, that's a couple of players which link to each other fairly nicely. So there's scope for us to be working with this first owner squad going forward and maybe making even a couple of changes. So, I mean, as you can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail of this episode, we will be saying goodbye to Neymar a little bit later today. Shock, actually, because you know how much I love him, right? So what I want to do today is start taking on the elite storyline. So we're going to play some division rivals, and of course Tolisso's in my main squad now. I think the most difficult part about this is probably going to be getting the 8 assists, considering he is a centre midfielder in a 4-4-2, where I basically tell my centre mids to stay back. He's fairly defensive. He's kind of like a CDM in a way. So the first guy we come up against today has Royce. He's got Lionel Messi. Very, very good player in this game, of course. Just a nice squad in general. A few players which I'm just like, how has he got Messi, but then he's got like regular Delaney? It's weird, but who knows? Maybe he makes a couple of substitutions. I can't quite remember. He had it paused right off the get-go, so you might be able to tell. Oh, he brought Lucas Vasquez on, so he brought his storyline player on. And I guess he was also, you know, trying to get the win, trying to get the assist or score with his player or whatever it is in the elite storyline for that particular player. I think they're all the same for all of them though, right? You don't actually have to score with Zaha or score with Vasquez. You just need to get the assists like you do with Tolisso. However, Tolisso is probably the most difficult one to get the assists with because Zaha's an up there player. Vasquez, you can play him at cam in game or like right wing or whatever, wherever you want, and he'll do fine. But Tolisso he's definitely one of those clunky centre midfield type players, more of a CDM even, in fact, I would say. So we get given a penalty in this game. I rainbow flick with Mbappe, and Griezmann has 99 penalties, so that's why I can keep that circle so small. And even when I move it across goal, it only enlarges to like a, you know, not that much bigger, about four or five times the size of the ball, which means that there's a high risk of it not actually going wide of the post or over the bar, and actually a fairly small circle for that ball to fit anywhere in between that circle, basically. So I mentioned this before, but get a high-rated penalty takers are your best bet on this game, considering how much of a random thing they are. We go 2-0 up, and it actually is a rainbow flick in the box, which has done my defender again. I think I get pretty lucky in that situation, but, you know, we'll take it. Ousmane Dembele, the ball just sort of falls to him again, and he's been doing great. He's been doing absolutely fine on that right mid spot over Gareth Bale. Like, he may be a fairly cheap card, but I know that my left mid and my right mids don't do a whole lot of stuff for me in this game. They are not there to really be like outstanding 1 million coin players. They are there to be like useful and tricky and to drag defenders out. And then I've got, of course, my great strikers up top. So Griezmann's even probably too much of an expensive player to be out on that left mid spot. But hey, he's untradeable for us, so we can make use of him there, knowing that I wouldn't play him up front over Neymar or Mbappe, right? But my opponent gets basically a kickoff goal back with his Leo Messi, who is very, very difficult to deal with. But hey, we run up the other end, nearly get ourselves a third goal. I'm trying to restore the 2-goal lead in this one. And I tell you what, even though Griezmann is someone which is out wide, isn't in his best position, I actually really, really like him. He may have a lower pace stat on this game than he ever has had, but he's a really tricky player. He's very good on the ball. His LB dribbling, that sort of crab walk dribbling is really solid, you know, and it pulls the defenders out. It does exactly what I want him to do. And then every now and again, like, he will float inside a little bit more. And of course, with his shooting stats and his dribbling stats, he's got the chance to score goals. You know, he will every now and again stick one in the back of the net. So we come away with a 2-1 victory in this match. Fairly lucky to do so. It was a decent one. That was the 4-4-2 once again, obviously doing work for us. Pep Guardiola and Tolisso in the midfield. Don't think I got an assist with Tolisso in that game, but of course we got a win and we played a game with him. So I think we need to play 15 games with him. We need to get 6 wins with the player in our squad, and then the 8 assists. So whether or not that will happen, I don't know. But anyway, we can take it on. There's just not a whole lot else to do right now. Since I'm past level 30 in the season pass, there's not much for me to do, I guess, until like Friday, right, when season 2 is going to start, I hope. Well, season 1 expires, so you would imagine season 2 will start, and I'm very much looking forward to it. It means a new grind starts again. We'll be hopefully getting new storyline players at the end of the season pass, and hopefully icon swaps will come back, and that will lead us to working towards our Roberto Carlos, won't it? So yeah, lots of exciting times ahead later on this week, but I'm imagining, because we've got all of that coming up, I would say it's probably going to be a fairly dry week of content, knowing that Monday night what we got was a League SBC, which, fair enough, it's good for those people that like to do them, but it's not really like a little puzzle SBC that the masses can do, is it? You know, the one thing that I do when a League SBC comes out is I take a look in my club, see if I've got any of those players, and we list them up on the market and try and get that profit, which is where the bronze pack method and stuff and like doing SBCs like marquee matchups and whatnot really does pay dividends, because those Electrum packs or those mix packs where you get the bronzes and the silvers, you will just accumulate coins from League SBC people paying over the top prices. Well, inflated prices for those guys, you know. At that point, supply and demand kicks in, and the demand is higher than the supply. So the price really does just start to shoot up, especially on like the rare, silver, fullbacks, and, you know, all of those types of things. So if you've got any of them in your club and you're not planning on doing the SBC, like the League SBC, then take the profit. Sell them now. That is why you do these SBCs, because in the end, you are eventually going to have players that are worth a little bit of coin. So we end up, I think, getting a draw in that match right there. Unfortunately so. But we're still chilling around, you know, nearly at the cusp of Division 3. However, I need to have a little check. I need to see what Division 3 rewards are. And here's the part where we get into, you know, we can see the content for last night, which was the Ligue 1 Conformer. Is it, like, why does Zwayback always do the Uber Eats Ligue 1? Is it sponsored by Uber Eats? I'm curious. You're going to have to let me know down below in the comment section, because there is always something about Uber Eats whenever it's a Ligue 1 player for Zwei. I'm pretty sure anyway, unless I'm missing something. I thought that they maybe would be sponsored by them or something. Who knows? Anyway, we take a little look in our club. So I go to Ligue 1, I go to like high to low value players. So these are the tradable players that I've got in my club. And then at the end would have all the untradeable stuff. And I had like a rare silver or two, a non-rare silver, obviously quite a few bronzes from doing bronze pack method over the time. And you can see the sorts of prices that I'm listing these players up for. they would have literally just come out of Electrum packs or mix packs, and the bronzes, well, out of BPM. So it's not bad, you know. We're making a good amount of coins. Like Diallo and some of the golds sold for a fair chunk of change as well, which is really quite nice. That brings us over 200,000 coins, which is obviously a very good tally to be at. And once we'd listed them all up, we'd leave them to sell for a little bit. Again, we'll go and tackle this elite storyline challenge. See if we can get, well, we'll definitely get another game under our belt, hopefully get another win under our belt, and who knows, maybe we'll get an assist with Tolisso as well. So we go 1-0 up after only 11 minutes, and it is like a RBA pass across the box. So rather than pressing the actual cross button, I just do driven passes, and it actually worked out for me very luckily, again, for the 2-0 goal right there. So for those of you that were asking me about, you know, this whole running down the line thing, and then people keep putting the balls into the box, but you can't quite seem to do it, I was also struggling with that. The most success I'm getting out of it is from pressing RBA, doing a driven pass across the box or a regular pass across the box, as opposed to like a driven cross or a regular cross. Like, they don't seem to be working as well for me. But this guy right here, even though he went 2-0 down, and I thought he was going to rage quit when we got that lucky goal with Mbappe, he decided to stay on and actually get the game back to 2-2. So I had my work cut out for me in the second half. A little pass back again to Ousmane Dembele, getting involved. There's one player here. I know the title is Goodbye Neymar or whatever it is, but Neymar's not actually been scoring for us in this episode. He's been at striker. He's been a fairly decent player. You can't really, you know, say much wrong about him, but Griezmann's my penalty taker, so he's going to score them and the odd goal. Ousmane Dembele's been scoring and setting up goals, and then Mbappe obviously is still scoring as well. So, like, you know, Neymar is sort of the oddity at the moment, and we've used him for such a long time. I figured maybe we could sell him. You know, you can see, like, I brought on Lewandowski here. I brought on a couple of other different players to see if maybe they can cut it as well. Going back to that whole first owner thing, if Neymar was to go, could we play up front with Lewandowski and Mbappe? Does that leave money for other players in different areas of the team? I don't know. I'm just curious, and I'm trying to figure out if there's ways to just change things up every now and again, you know, because I don't want to necessarily use Neymar all year long. I could, because he is very good, and I could use Mbappe all year long as well, and we could just build our coins back up from here. You know, we're already at 200,000. We build up to the next sort of 400,000. We pick up a Heung-min Son. We pick up a Virgil van Dijk after a while. You know, we could do that, but we could also sell him, get someone new now, someone new and different, try someone else out for a little bit, figure out who's best, and then eventually when we unlock Roberto Carlos in like a month's time or a few weeks' time, whatever that is, we could end up, excuse me, getting Neymar back in when he gets that strong link, and, you know, maybe at that point we don't need Mbappe, we bring Mbappe out. That is what I really enjoy, is just like the testing and trying of some of the better players on this game. This is a very casual road to glory, and yes, we've taken it levels above because we've had some pretty insane pack luck this year. But I see the comments. I see what you guys write down there. I see that so many of you, and I pin them all the time, so many of you are getting crazy packs as well, which makes me so happy. Like, you know, oh, I was watching your video last week, I opened a pack and I got De Bruyne. I mean, it's nothing to do with me that you've got that. It's nice that you think that I'm the lucky one. But it is so cool to see. And of course, like, oh, by doing the daily puzzle SBC, I watched your video, you saw you did the puzzle SBC, I went and did it, and I packed Mane from it, or I packed Neymar from it, and I'm just like, that's awesome, that's brilliant, you know. Anyway, in this game right here, we are 1-1 in a very, like, close game until Ronaldinho gets quite a lucky, you know, go at it again. He gets the rebound off the goalkeeper and sticks it in from the tight angle. But look what Griezmann does here. I knock it into him, and that's a Tolisso assist. I've just noticed as well. We have got an assist there with the Frenchman, and a solid goal from the left foot of Antoine Griezmann. Nice. You know, if maybe I play him a little bit more centrally, do I get the most out of him? Should he be up front with Mbappe? I don't know. There are so many ideas and potential things that we could do going through my head right now. But it is about that time, you know, where we started looking at the team and we started to actually say goodbye to Neymar and we'll list him up on the market. We'll do that right now. Obviously, we reached Division 3 today, so this is like the highest skill rating I've had, I'm pretty sure. Should I be changing the team? Probably not. Am I going to change the team? Ever so slightly. Yeah, we are going to get rid of Neymar today, and also Jordi Alba, because he's been good. I'm just not sure that he's like 75k good. There's plenty of other options that I could use there, and who knows, I might even go back to Roussillon if we figure out a new squad and I don't need, you know, I obviously haven't got a Brazilian at left mid anymore once we sell Neymar. So yeah, it is time. It is time to sort of say goodbye. You know, you can tell by like the Mbappe player bio now. He is getting crazy goals for us. Griezmann's also obviously doing really well, and I'm really enjoying Ousmane Dembele for like the 7th time. I bought him and sold him. I packed him for once. I bought a blue one. I sold a blue one. We've got a gold one back again, and we are absolutely loving him. So I guess he's probably going to feature in the next squad. I don't know, but we're just a little check on the market. Obviously, we bought Neymar at a really good time about a month ago or whenever it was. We bought him for 680k. To be able to list him for nearly 200,000 coins more than that is pretty nuts. I'm not going to lie. That's obviously great profit on one player. And we still got all of this. And we've already got 200k in the bank. This is going to leave us at like 1.1 million or something maybe. And at that point, I don't know. There's plenty of cool icons, other really high rated players that we could start maybe working our way towards. It's exciting times. We do say goodbye to an absolute legend of the road to glory. Goodbye, Neymar. Thank you so much. You have been outstanding. You've been the best player on my road to glory so far. But I think it's time. I think it's time we moved on to something a little bit different. I'm not sure what that is yet. I guess you'll find out in tomorrow's episode. But guys, do me a favor. I'm hurting a little bit. We got rid of probably my favorite player ever. Hit me with a thumbs up button. Make me feel a little bit better. That'd be awesome. And of course, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're new. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below. And I thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.